we're going to do this today. We have a good hour. Director of the EEA and Norway Grants. Welcome, Ragna. And last but not least, Iliyana Nikolova, the CEO of Magda Krasowska-Igras. And then we will be happy to participate to the live of
volatile and very fragile.
on a higher level, not to. I think this is very interesting to have.
It's a meeting that brings different points of view, which are important for the civil society development, especially on local level. And sharing experience of both grantees and donors is really important because it can focus on the right direction and how we can proceed further.
I think it was really interesting because it shows the evolution of civil society in present day, and of course in the near future as well. We see that in many EU countries the environment for developing the civil society is becoming more difficult, more challenging from many perspectives, financially and legally as well, because national governments are trying or managing to pass bills which are closing opportunities on working on basic human rights, actually. And financing is becoming also more difficult because usually NGOs are restricted to only one financial resource, and that usually creates dependence, and it closes their freedom of speech. So that it's not the direction we are wanting to develop, and it's not supporting European values as well.
I was just attending the panel about different levels and different mechanisms of support for civil society organizations in Europe, and we were discussing these methods and approaches with a group of people who are directly involved in support schemes, namely the representatives of European Commission implementing the CERV program, the managing director of EEA Grants program for civil society, and also me and my colleague from Bulgaria were talking about our perspectives and experiences from implementing the civil society funds in Poland and Bulgaria.
For me, this session was interesting because as a municipality we deal with the local communities, and I got some information about some funding opportunities. So there is something called the CERV program, where you can ask for there are 4 pillars, and you can ask for different kinds of funding. I was not familiar with this program before I heard the session, so I got new information. And then there was also information about a fund called Active Citizen Fund, and this is for the EEA countries and for the 15 less wealthy countries in EU. So then I learned that this is not for Denmark, and I thought that this was for Denmark before I heard this session. So I got new information. So when I go back home, I will check out this CERV program to find out how can our local communities benefit from these 4 pillars providing funding in the CERV program.